I'm going to wait for a few of you to get on here. This is the part I didn't get to say, where we were cut off. I tried to get right back on. It wouldn't let me. Hey, hey, hey. Letting a few of you get on here. I want to finish that part of the testimony. It was so cool. Hey, Gayleen and Pamela. Angela, Monica. I'm just going to give a couple of minutes for people to get back on here. Yes. I want to finish this part. I'm telling you, it was the dollar amount was so close. But this is also a sign and a wonder. Hello, Prophet Allen. Hey, you guys. There is a little more. I wanted to talk about how close the money was. This is how close. This is literally how close the money was. Selling the one house and getting the other house. And I'd already put a contract on this house that I'm in now, this ministry, buying this ministry and all. Super close. And how that relates to a Bible verse in here. I've had God do this with me before. This same Bible verse, actually. Hey, Rhonda. Hey, hey, hey. Blessings to you all. But I'll make this short because I know y'all don't want to be on here forever this morning, you know, and I have things I have to get done today. We got the hallway painted and just taking it one step at a time. Praise the Lord. I cannot wait to be more moved in than not. Right now, I feel like I'm about 1/3 of the way. Yeah, we're back. Yes, yes. Ready to hear. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and start. And those that hop on later, you could just go back and watch it from the beginning. When the ministry and the house sold in South Carolina, immediately the money was wired and sent to the title company. So the title company had the money. And then there was all these closing fees. There were closing fees here. There were closing fees here. Okay. After closing fees, attorney, what you don't call it attorney, realtor commissions and all of that, the money was sent here. And then they took out their fees as well. And I had to come up with a certain amount. There had to be enough money to buy the ministry, the house here in Tennessee. And so this is going to sound absolutely almost like somewhat amazing. It amazed me. When it was said and done and over with, they cut me a check for $252 and change. $252 and change. Okay? I didn't even realize that when they wrote me the check. It's just some check. And I'm thinking, oh, great, we can put that towards, getting some food. We can put that towards, putting some gas or doing something. Come on. It's all being put towards stuff, It's not like, oh, yay, great, now I can go do something, foolish with it. So it wasn't like that. It was doing something proper. So that's how close it was, $252 and change. If this house, this ministry, if it had sold for less, just by a little bit, I would not have had enough. But God knew exactly the amount, but there was $252 and change left over. $252. You might think, what's that got to do with anything? When things like this happen, God, I want you to look at numbers in your life as you go about your day and relate this, because this happened to me one other time. It's Luke 2:52. Luke chapter 2, verse 52. $252 and change was left over. God is showing out. He's showing off. Amen, Sarah. God's showing off. Do you know what Luke 2:52 says? And Jesus increased in wisdom and stature and in favor with God and men. What did this mean to me? I didn't even recognize and realize this amount. God began to talk to me about this today, this morning, before I got on this video. I'm about in tears. I'm about to just cry. He was like, the amount of the check, Tiffany. And I said, what about the amount of the check? Do you think they were wrong in the amount? And he goes, oh, no. The amount, Tiffany, the amount. I said, well, they took the fee out at the bank, and I ended up with, when I cashed it at their bank, and I ended up with like this amount. He says, no, before the fee was taken out was the amount. I said, well, I don't remember the change, but it was like 252, 252 something. He says, okay, 252. When's the last time I did 252 for you? The last time he had done 252, I was about shouting, screaming, and jumping for joy. I had wanted lamb for the children at a setting at a church. I did lessons, and they were, they video recorded these that we all did, and they would send them out to the different campuses at that particular church. And when the man took the lamb, it was either $40 or it was either like a $46 lamb or a $62 lamb. I mean, it was a whole leg of lamb. I was looking at all this. When I went in there to get lamb to cook and to have a Seder plate to show the children for Passover, I just remember thinking, I want anything, any kind of little lamb chop. Come on, $4 and under. Just grab something and go. $2 would be better. Come on. Well, I couldn't find anything, and the butcher comes out, and I'm like, sir, do y'all have any kind of scraps? I don't care what they are. Some kind of lamb scraps? Anything, hello? I just need some lamb. And he says, we have this. I said, I can't afford that. Oh, my goodness. And I told him why I needed it. He said, my mom's a teacher. I'll be right back. He picked up the lamb. And I thought, he's going to cut a little sliver off this whole leg of lamb. Yay. He's going to give me like $2 to $4 worth. I hope I was specific enough and he doesn't come out with like $12 worth of lamb. Come on. I had almost no money, He goes back there and he comes back and he says, here. And I look at it. He had reduced it down. He had dropped the price on that lamb. The whole leg of lamb. The whole thing. He dropped it down to $2.52. I bought a leg of lamb. Come on. For $2.52. Not only did I have enough for the children, for one little plate to show them on camera, but I also had enough to do what? I served it to all the parents and teachers that came to the parent-teacher staff meeting. Come on. Now, is that not crazy? And so at that time, I looked up 252. One of the other leaders there said, did you say 252? 252? I said, yes. They said, Luke 252. And then they walk off, and I'm like, Luke 252, what? I looked it up, and it says, and Jesus increased in wisdom and stature in favor with God and man. That means God approved God's favor, God's approval. And so that was just one more confirmation if I needed one. Had I leapt, had I jumped, had I done the right thing? Even, I thought the closing cost and realtor commission was the same. Don't ask me this. So I thought there was going to be some excess so we could do certain things. So I'm thinking, great, did I miss God? Did I goof up? Did I do something wrong in the calculations, the numbers, something? Did I do something wrong in the process? I'm not saying I wasn't supposed to get this, but all the doubts tried to come in, and then God's talking to me about the numbers. And he's like, Luke 252. He said, you didn't miss it. You're growing in favor with me and with people. You didn't miss it. So that spoke to my heart. So I want you to look at the numbers that come across you in your day. It could be check amounts. Come on. It could be whatever these little things are where God will use this to encourage you. Now, I need a tissue. Where God's encouraging you. So I was encouraged this morning because you know what? Even people that you might think are leaders, people who have ministries, people who have, it could be powerful positions. Come on. We all need encouraged by the Lord. And the fact that he did that just had me jumping, shouting, screaming for joy. Okay, screaming for joy, screaming for joy. And for many of you, the reason why God moved many people. Okay, I am going to say this. It's that little screen, the radar screen, Satan's radar screen. He knew where all the little red blips were. He knew who was who, all the players, what their anointings were. Come on. God made his screen go blank, and all the red dots went down. God shifted all the chess pieces on the game, the board, so to speak, and then the blips went back up on Satan's screen, and he's like this. They're in different places and even different regions. And you know how the devil is. They're very regional. They don't want to leave out of their region, go out of their region. That's the only way the enemy can actually keep some form of order. But I'm telling you now, God shifted it up, shook it up. He's moved and shifted you, me, and a whole lot of other people for a reason, and specifically, and that is to, he's reordering his own kingdom. Come on, God can do that. And he's messing with the devil. Isn't that lovely? Isn't that lovely? You got a bully that was hot on your heels. God just shifted it around, shook the devil up, and now he's like, surprise! Anyway, who is it? Carmen got a check for $10.50 yesterday. I don't know why or for what. How cool is that? Look at that surprise money in the mail. $10.50. $10.50. Anybody know what that might be? Well, it's not Luke 10:50. Doesn't have that many verses. I wonder about Isaiah. I do that. I will sit there. Usually I Google it though. Nope, Isaiah doesn't either. But there's probably some book of the Bible that has 10:50. I don't know. But it'd be something for you to look into, to Google it and see if it pops up. So, what's 23? I don't remember off the top of my head, but that, you know, Google this, search it, stay off of angel numbers, stay out of sites with New Age stuff, you know, get away from angel cards, all that's of the devil. But research Bible numerics, you know, you can put in Bible numerics and then 23, hit search and see what pops up. I love you guys. I'm going to get off of here. I got to start my day. I've got several things, you know, oh my goodness, there's so many things to get done. I love y'all. And I will talk with you later. Bye.